Hello everyone and welcome to Online Biology. My name is Andrea Sharpenstein, the instructor for this course. Um, so if you're here, you've made it into this course and that is great. I will post announcements, let's just jump into it. I'll post announcements every week. They'll remind you of what's due and I'll give you any extra information that you need. You can see I've already posted the first one and you should be getting this in an email. So the Getting Started tab right here is what you click on to make it to this video, so you've already done that. Notice there's no link to this video right now. There was when you clicked on it to watch this video, but yeah, no, I'm recording it right now, so there's nothing really to paste on here. But anyway, you've made it, and that's what's important. Basically, what this video is, what I'm aiming to do with this video is to show you the ropes. We'll talk about the syllabus a little bit, and by the end of this video, you should be pretty comfortable navigating around Blackboard, MyLabs Plus, all that good stuff. We're in Getting Started right now. You have my information. I'm Andrea Sharpenstein. I'm the instructor here, and then below that, we have some efficient study tips, the academic calendar, some course competencies. But first, I just want to say that if you ever have any questions, please email me. I respond within 2 business days. So keep in mind that when you email me on Fridays, I might not get back to you until Monday. Sometimes I don't check the email over the weekend. You know, they tell you to take your weekend. Sometimes I do check my email over the weekend. So if you really need an urgent question answered, please email me before the end of the business day, Friday, so that you don't have to wait until the start of the next week for me to get back to you. Alright, so here are the course competencies. Every chapter you learn about is based on important biological concepts. So let's just read through them. First, we're going to use a scientific method to analyze information. This is chapter 1, but you will be using this just throughout this course, and you'll actually realize that you use the scientific method in everyday life. Describe basic cellular functions that are essential to all life. Again, once we start getting into this, you will definitely be able to extrapolate this information to what you do in everyday life. So that brings us on to demonstrating critical thinking and basic concepts and integrating them into practical applications. We do this in every single chapter, especially the later chapters once we get to environmental biology and all of that good stuff. Basically, you'll have to incorporate critical thinking in every chapter and apply it to what we see every day. And I think we'll have fun with this. Plagiarism, avoid it. Just please avoid it. Do not ever copy and paste. That is direct plagiarism. Always give a source credit. Even if you're not quoting directly from that source, you need to cite them, give them credit. Otherwise, it is considered plagiarism. So even if you paraphrase, you have to cite, because it's not information that you came up with. It's information that you learned from somebody else. So you have to give that somebody else their credit. If you don't cite a source, and I do find it somewhere, you will receive a 0, and this has happened before. In the past, I've had students copy and paste. I've had them paraphrase without citing, and yeah, just make sure to cite your sources. It is a pretty big deal. You don't want to get a 0 for forgetting to cite a source. And how you cite your sources doesn't really matter to me. You can use APA style, MLA style, as long as you're citing them. That is what is important. So next up, syllabus with calendar. So you'll just click on this and it'll open up Word document. So here's my instructor information again, my email address again. Please email me anytime you have any questions. Additional contacts here, college contacts. Amy Hurt is the person to go through if for some reason something is going on and you need help on campus. If I didn't respond, or if you haven't heard from me in like 2 weeks, definitely Amy Hurt is the person to go through. Online structure is the course structure. As you already know, course prerequisites, we don't have any, but you need to have a strong background in reading and writing to be successful in this course, because a lot of your stuff will definitely reflect reading and writing. Required textbooks. So this course has a course fee, which means you have access to the online textbook through Pearson or MyLabs Plus, which we'll get into pretty soon. If you want a hard copy of the textbook, you can go through our bookstore. Course competencies, here they are again. For an online course, you need to have easy access to a computer with internet access. I will say that if you don't have easy access to a computer with internet access, then I really recommend that you don't take this course online. You'll have to sign in more than once throughout the week probably, especially given that this is a 5-week course where we've basically crammed 16 weeks of information into, because this course would generally take about 16 weeks to get through in a regular semester. So if you do not have a computer that has internet access, or if you don't have easy access to one, then I wouldn't take this class if I were you online at this time. There's a proctored exam for this course, so this means that you'll have to take the final exam at a proctored exam site. So we only have one exam and it's the final, and you'll have to have it proctored. We have proctoring centers through Sky CTC and through our other KCTCS campuses. So if you're not in Bowling Green or attending any of our Sky CTC locations, then you can go to a proctoring center at any of our KCTCS campuses. If there's some kind of emergency, some scenario where you can't go to a KCTCS testing center, I will accept libraries and military sites, but it is your responsibility to find someone willing to proctor, and I have to go through and make sure, you know, they're affiliated with that library, that military site, so I can give them the information to unlock your final. But this is your responsibility to find someone and then let me know promptly so that we can start that procedure. Alright, so enrollment policies, just talk about proctored exams. How to schedule a proctored exam. I will definitely get into this once we get that up and running. I will email you whenever you guys can schedule your proctored exam. So we'll talk about this definitely more in the coming week or two. Withdrawal policy, I'll get into that in a second, but basically a student can officially withdraw and receive a W by midterm. The exact dates are posted below this a little bit, so I'll get into that in a second. So you can read through this yourselves. Instructor policies. Okay, so email etiquette. Please, please, please email me professionally. Have a subject line, a heading, be concise with spelling and grammar. Please do not email me how you text. I know a lot of people use their phones to email their professors or instructors, but just because you're using your phone to email does not mean you should have it in a text message format. Just conduct yourselves professionally, and the better I understand your email, the more easily I can help you. So grammar, spelling, please be concise. Your emails and online work show who you are, so please be professional. It'll help you in the future with employers as well. Here is a little cartoon depiction of how to write an email. So definitely not like this. Don't write it like this. Alright, so course time management, as I just mentioned, this course is generally 16 weeks long, and we're doing it in 5 weeks for the summer term with the same content. So it'll be very fast-paced. You will need to stay on top of things and manage your time very well. Know the expectations. If you have difficulty, please email me. Otherwise, I won't know because we don't meet face-to-face, and the only way I'll know that you're struggling is if you reach out. Alright, so here's kind of the grade breakdown, grade allotment. Roster verification. This is very, very important, so turn those listening ears on. This is a big one. If you do not sign in and do the syllabus assignment by Tuesday, June 27th at 11:59 p.m., so by Tuesday, a minute before midnight, you are considered a no-show, and that means I have to drop you. This is for the best because, alright, so when students did get dropped for not attending, for being no-shows, for not completing this assignment, they would notice, they would ask to come back in. I would let them, and then by the end of the semester, they would fail, and this happened every single time. So taking that option off the table. If you miss the syllabus quiz by 11:59 p.m. Tuesday night, you are dropped. It will not affect your GPA. You won't get charged. It's just the best scenario all around. So let's move on. Exam information. Alright, so important dates. Pay attention to these. So by that Tuesday, as I just mentioned, you get 100% refund if you're dropped due to non-attendance. You get a half 50% refund if you withdraw by July 5th. And then the last day to withdraw is July 12th. After July 12th, you cannot withdraw. Okay? So pay attention to those. Hopefully nobody withdraws and everybody performs exceptionally. But let's move on. Our calendar, so the course outline and weekly schedule. So all assignments will be due by Sunday, midnight Central Time. We do 11:59 p.m. so that people don't get confused by 12 p.m., 12 a.m. They've gotten confused before. The easiest thing to do is 11:59 p.m. But note that if it is after 11:59 p.m., it will be considered late, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, these are broken up weekly for you. So week 1, week 2, week 3 with the dates. Notice the syllabus quiz, Intro to MLP, that's due Tuesday, June 27th, and that is the no-show, basically. The basically drop due to non-attendance quiz. So please do it. You will have homework in MyLabs Plus, which I will show you around here in a second. And you will have homework in Blackboard this first week. You have the syllabus quiz, and then Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 assignment. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 assignments in MyLabs Plus, and then the Blackboard Introduction discussion board assignment are due Sunday, July 2nd, 11:59 p.m. Quizzes. So notice so this is a syllabus quiz, quote unquote, but isn't considered an actual quiz. Quiz 1 is what I'm talking about when I talk about quizzes. So quiz 1, quiz 2, quiz 3, quiz 4, quiz 5. You will have unlimited attempts. I will get into that in a minute because those are also in MyLabs Plus. So let's go back to Blackboard. So what is My Labs Plus? Let's click on it. Let's see. So when you open this up, right click, open a new tab. Otherwise, the link will take you out of Blackboard. It will go on top of this page. So you right click, open link in new tab. It will take you to this page. And you'll get to the course home. Most important thing is this course calendar. It has all of your assignments and quizzes that are available to you. It saves work as you go. So you can go in and out as many times as you want in the assignments. So chapter 1 homework, chapter 2 homework. And it'll just save as you go. If you guess, so we can view all assignments right here. Let's check them out. Now let's go over how to do these assignments. Okay, so if you are doing chapter 1 homework and you guess on an answer and it's wrong, you lose 15% each try. If you get it right on the first try, it's 100%, of course. But if you get it wrong and then you guess, you get 15% off with each try. If you take 5 times to answer the question and you're still getting it wrong, you'll get about half credit. That's how that works. I can see how much time you take to answer a question, and I can see all of your attempts. So if there's a 2-second lapse between answers, then you're probably not thinking about the answer, you're just clicking through, right? And then you'll probably lose a lot of points that you could have earned. So just, sit down, think about the question, look through the book, all that good stuff. That being said, you will have to write short essays. I know, why essays? No essays. Well, essays are basically the only things you'll end up retaining after taking this course. So take your time, don't rush through it, you'll do great. I've had people put periods where the little box for the essay is just to get through it, and then they never, write down the answer the essay question. I read those and I comment on them. I definitely provide you with feedback. So if I see a period, you're not going to get credit for that essay question, That is something that I read. That's not something that the program just immediately is like, oh, okay, full points for writing something. So think about your answers. All right, notice the quiz. So quiz 1, you have chapter 1 and 2, and then you have quiz 1, chapter 1 and 2, attempt 2. So what does this mean? I can only give 1 attempt with quizzes. So I have created quiz 1, attempt 1, quiz 1, attempt 2. And I want you to do both of them, and I will take your best score. So if you do your first attempt and you get 100, you don't have to do a second attempt, right? Everybody should be able to get 100 on these. If you are unsatisfied with attempt 1 and attempt 2, then shoot me an email and I will open up both attempts for you. And if you do less, if you get less points than you did the first tries, don't worry, I see all of the credit, all of the points that you did get, even if I reset both quizzes. So don't stress out about that. You should be able to get 100 every time you take a quiz, and that is because you have unlimited attempts. So just email me. If you need me to open it 5 times, I will open it 5 times for you. But do attempt 1 first, do attempt 2 second, and then if you're unsatisfied, then email me and I will reset them both so that you have 2 more tries. But please remember, so most of our due dates are Sunday, 11:59 p.m. unless I've stated otherwise. So definitely look at those dates. Keep a calendar. And if the deadline is Sunday, 11:59 p.m., I may not see your email until Monday. So if you email me Saturday or Sunday needing me to reopen a quiz and I don't see it until Monday, that's it's not very good. So please email me before Friday if you need a quiz reopened. So speaking of deadlines, if you have questions about missed deadlines, so I do not extend your deadlines. Having a computer problem is not an excuse because you do have all week to complete this until Sunday at midnight. However, each day your homework is late, you get 20% less credit, so homework and quizzes. So Monday, you can get up to 80%. Tuesday, you can get up to 60%. Wednesday, you can get up to 40% credit. Thursday, you can get up to 20% credit, and if you still haven't done it by Friday, 0% credit, even if you complete it. So that's how late work works. I will not give you an extension. All right, so grades take a little while to transfer over to Blackboard because I have to wait. Given that, you know, you get 20% off each day that it's late, I have to wait until those days go by so I can transfer work over. Because sometimes people will wait until, you know, 3 days later to complete it. And if I transfer your grades over, I will have missed that one. So I do have to wait a while before updating the grades in Blackboard. But that being said, you can still see your grades in MyLabs Plus. So pay attention to those, and then pay attention to grades in Blackboard. Again, I will post announcements and have those announcements sent to your email, so you'll pretty much be, you know, aware of when grades are being updated. Make sure they match up. So make sure the grades in Blackboard match to your grades in MyLabs Plus. If they don't, just shoot me an email and I'll get it fixed for you. If you say something after final grades are submitted, that's not so good, so please keep up to date with it, stay on top of it. So now let's go back to Blackboard. Let's talk about our discussion boards. So I mentioned an introduction discussion board. It will be due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. We'll have 3 discussion boards throughout the semester. I'll send email reminders, of course. Your first one is an introduction, and then just, you know, go through it. I've already posted mine, so read through mine, and then, you know, base yours off of how I structured mine, but definitely read through the instructions here. And then during week 3, we'll have the progress report, and during the last week, I have 6 and 7. I need to update that because this is a 5-week course, so this will be your last week, basically. You're going to do the reflection assignment, and that will be due then. Let's look at chapter resources. So PowerPoints, chapter notes, video links. Okay, so I need to update this one, but I will also have this video right here. So chapter resources, you will have 3 types of resources. You'll have a PowerPoint, so right here, .ppt. You will have chapter notes, so that's .doc. And then you will have a YouTube video that I have made. So this one's in part 1 and 2, but most other ones are just all incorporated in YouTube video. I've recorded lectures. So I've used the PowerPoint that I've posted here, and I've recorded a lecture over each of these chapters that we're going over. Watching these will save you so much time, and you'll understand concepts so much better. I give so many examples, I give so many explanations. A lot of students have really liked the YouTube videos. Students that go over the notes or PowerPoint, so you can choose whichever one you want, while watching the YouTube videos that I've recorded for you, those students usually end up with the highest grades in class because they understand the material the best. They retain the most information that way. And they don't have to spend so much time searching for correct answers when they do assignments or quizzes because they already have those notes right there with them. So definitely watch the videos. They will just save you so much time in the long run. And let me know if you have any trouble opening any of these, and I'll help you with that. Let's see, additional resources. Monday through Thursday, Sky CTC library is open, so you can always go there if you need any quiet time or, you know, computer or something like that. In the community, you have different resources you can check out. And for biology, you'll always have so much help online, more help than you need. Here's some different links. You'll have a lot of YouTube videos. You'll have my videos on YouTube. They're crash course videos that are really good. There's so much knowledge on the interweb that you guys should really check out if you need it. Hopefully everyone does great in this course. And remember, don't ever be shy. Ask for help if you need it. Definitely ask for help if you need it. All right, and that is the end of this lecture. Not lecture. That's the end of this introduction. It's a pretty long one. I didn't think it would go this long, but I hope I have made some things more clear. Alrighty, we're going to have a great semester.